Welcome back to another how-to video. Today we're going to be showing you how to install custom windows. These windows were custom made for this house. Normal sizes that you get at Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards and all that. As you can see, they run 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot. These windows will not fit into this opening, a normal window. These here are 43 inches, so we have them custom made. With these windows, they're custom made, as I said. They're about $20 a square foot if you get the pricing on them, so that'll give you kind of a rough price of what to expect. They could vary depending on where you're having them made. So right now what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and break these windows down, take this part out. So we're going with one window, as these here were 2 individual windows, so it's cheaper to do one window versus 2 individual windows, so that's the purpose why we're able to do that. On the demo today we're going to be showing you Stephanie and Justin, and they're going to be running you guys through. You guys wave. They're going to be running you through and showing you how to do the work, and so that way you guys can have an idea. Thank you.
Okay, so with this window, as Ron said before, this has 2 windows, so we're going to take it out and remove this. This window, our sill is missing. Usually if your sill's there, you'll leave that and you'll leave this trim. But since our sill's missing, we're going to be popping off the trim, removing the windows, and removing that. So now we're on to another window, which was the same window as the one we just demoed. As you can see over there. So we cut out and prepped for this window to go in. So what we'll do is we'll remove the pane to make it lighter to install the window. Slide it in. And then we'll screw it off, we'll foam all the gaps that we can foam, and then we'll show how to do the trim. Hey, and by the way, one more thing. When you install your windows, make sure you have a level, because you want to make sure you level out your windows. If they're off, you use shims to raise it or lower it, but you got to have them level. All right, so our window is installed, and with the screws that we used, as you can tell, they have white heads, and these are basically cabinet screws, like I said, with the white heads so they don't stand out with the windows. Other ways you can install retrofits is with quarter round or shoe molding, and then have your trim on the inside.
With these windows, these here had flanges on them. We cut them off so that way they would fit inside when you get them. So your windows might have a flange on them. On the new construction, that is how you mount your windows up. You'll have nail slots in them, and then you'll just put your roofing nails or screws and you'll screw them in and hold your window in that way. That's another way. And now we're going to go ahead, Justin's going to go ahead and use the Loctite foam insulation, and he'll insulate all the way around the window. With this foam, one thing you do want to remember is once you spray it and put it around, you want it to expand out. Because if you put your casing window trim on while it's not quite set up, it can blow your trim apart, or it can warp your windows and all that. So please let it dry. Usually this type is really quick because it's designed for windows, so it doesn't expand out. But some of that yellow stuff that you buy, that cheaper foam insulation, as soon as you spray it, you'll see it expand out immediately. That stuff, you can use it, but please let it dry first.
And so now we're going to trim out our window. The foam is set up and is dried. So what we're using is MDF. This is basically a 1/2 inch by a 4 inch, or 3.5 exactly. So we'll run. And I have marks on my window to have a 1/4 inch reveal down. So this will be a 1/4 inch all the way around.
As you can see, we have it all framed in. This is a type of Craftsman type overhang and trim that we have on here. We have a little bit of a overhang on it. Sometimes some people will want the 45s on there. It's a little more, but it's time is money and it's labor intensive to get those. And then a lot of times if your windows, depending on how your trim comes up, if you have a little bit of gap, these are easier to keep your gaps tight. And now Justin will go ahead, and what he'll do is he'll go ahead and caulk all the way around this window. We caulk the inner window and we caulk all the way around, so that way when you paint and everything is so much cleaner and looks a lot more professional. Plus it seals it up, and it binds your trim and holds your trim in place too. Justin has everything caulked now. We went it through, on this wood, it's pre-primed already, so it isn't painted. So we'll have to come back through and paint it. But he used the caulk and he went through and caulked all the nail holes and all the joints, so everything looks good. It's a clean window finish. We have a little bit of patching to do down below here, but basically it took roughly right at an hour for this whole window to remove and put one in. So you can figure roughly a half hour to an hour per window. So now what we'll do is we'll go to the outside, caulk it, and then trim it out too.
And so for the outside of the windows, if you have gaps, you can use shoe molding or quarter round, trim it out, nail it up, caulk it, and you're ready for paint.
And that's it for window installs. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to our channel. Comment below and tell us what you'd like to see in any future videos. For this and more real estate training, go to leearnoldsystems.com/YouTube.